Hello Capricorn, my name is Agatha and this is the tarot reading for the month of October 2016. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I'm going to use this month's tarot Illuminati, and it's going to be a Celtic cross spread, which is a 10-card reading for the month of October 2016. So let's see what will the future bring for you, Capricorn, for October 2016. Okay, I've shuffled these cards, so I'm just shuffled it a little bit more. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So many major arcana cards for you, Capricorn. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3. So it's, I don't want to say it's an ordinary month. For some it might be a month of some changes, but not for all. In the significative position, or the general theme for the month of October 2016, Capricorn, you have the Princess of Cups, which in traditional decks is called the Page of Cups. So this might represent a person with whom you are dealing with. This might be a young person, this might be a child in your life. So October 2016, so you might be dealing with like a son, a daughter. I'm thinking more daughter. For whatever reason, maybe he or she just started school or something like that, and you are maybe worried about her or him, or you're more focused on your kid during the month of October 2016. He or she might be from a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So he or she might feel a bit, emotional unstable if your kid started something new, doesn't know how to handle it. That's why maybe you're worried about him or her, or you yourself. Let's say that this still with the theme of this is your kid. Maybe your kid fell in love, and this is why you're more focused in your child or in your kid. Maybe he or she fell in love for the first time. This is why you, maybe dealing with him or her during the month of October 2016. If it's not your child, it could even be you. There might be like a new love in your life, for instance. It could be a new love in your life for some, not for all. For others, it could be a child who will be coming into your life. So maybe during this month of 2016, some of you will get the news that you're pregnant. Hey! If it's not that, it could be a creative project which you're starting. Something that you do it because it kind of fulfills you on an emotional level. It makes you feel good. It's not out of passion. It's different. It makes you feel better emotionally, more connected with yourself, and even this creative project kind of allows you to connect to spirit, or to your angels, or to God, or to the universe, whatever you want to call it. In the position of that which is yet not seen, you have the Prince of Cups, which in traditional decks is called the Knight of Cups. So continuing with the theme of why is your kid kind of unstable somehow, and you don't understand why your young child is feeling like that. Maybe during the month of October 2016, Capricorn, you'll find out that he or she is in love, because maybe he or she got an offer from, a knight in shiny armor, someone told your kid that they liked him or her, or that she or he liked someone. It could be like a love which is starting. If it's not your kid, it's and it's you. Again, this could be also an offering of love, a message, an offering of love. Okay, so if this like is if you have during if some of you have like the confirmation that you're pregnant, or your spouse is pregnant, or your partner is pregnant, I think this news will be met in a happy way, like emotionally you'll feel good about it. Another way of reading it is that maybe you kind of emotionally open during the month of October 2016, in that emotion, in that openness, like your open heart. And you might even be having that open heart because you are like focusing on something creative, which allows for you to express yourself emotionally better. That will allow you to, if you have someone, if you have a spouse or a partner, for someone to display romantic feelings towards you like more openly as well. Or if you're single, it will allow someone to come to you. It's like the universe will manifest in a exterior way how you feel yourself. So you're feeling open, you're feeling uh, part of you is open, not I would not say totally, but it's like a willingness to open your heart. If that happens, Capricorn, it's like universe will bring to you someone who will, a man or a woman, who will manifest also that openness of heart, those, and will tell you how he or she feels. So it could be that as well. In the position of the root for the month, or the basis for the month, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, which is you showing up. The Queen of Pentacles represents, because this is a general reading, it could be a man or a woman in his or her late 30s or after the age of 40, from an earth sign like Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, someone who's very grounded, someone who's practical, someone who's like she's very prosperous. Also, she's fertile, as you can see, which is represented by the rabbit, also represented by all the fruit that she has, all the food that she has surrounding her. She has grapes. I think this is a pear, so she's fertile, which again represents, emphasizes the theme for some, not all, of a possible pregnancy. But it's interesting that if you open your heart, this is a very practical woman also, feet on the ground, grounded, like I said, good with business, has achieved something in her life or his life, because this is a general reading. I'm thinking if you are opening up your heart, like you're like more available emotionally, it comes from a place of groundedness, not from a place of need. Like you are grounded enough, you feel safe and secure enough for you to open your heart. So far, so good. In the position of the past influencing the present, you have the Seven of Swords. This usually isn't a very good card. Seven of Swords is when you lie, when somebody lies to you, when people deceive you, when someone steals from you, someone who's not honest with you. So maybe in the past you're not honest about the way you felt, or someone was not honest about the way he or she felt, or maybe in the past someone even took something from you. But instead of you, I would say, closing up, it kind of had like the opposite effect, and you opened yourself in an emotional way. Maybe you thought about it, maybe you thought about how, you thought about this person deceiving you, and instead of closing yourself, Capricorn, which is something that's kind of akin to Capricorns. Capricorns don't show their emotions. Instead of doing that, I think maybe you thought about it. You thought about the situation, and you decided that closing yourself emotionally would not serve you, and you decided to be more open about the way you feel, about your emotions. I don't know, it's like a deception in the past made you believe more, let's say, in God, in the divine, in spirit, and even in yourself. In the position of what's on your mind and what you want, you have the major arcana card, you have the star. So you want to be optimistic, and that's what's on your mind. You want to believe. You want to believe that your dreams can come true. Or maybe you have the confirmation that your dreams do come true when you are more honest about your feelings and your emotions, when you don't repress them. In the near future, the card that came out was the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands talks about conflict. Now, this could be inner conflict or outside conflict. The other cards, however, there's another card that speaks of conflict, yes, also. It's like maybe you're taking the first steps on the road to an open heart, to where maybe those are the first steps, because the general theme was the Princess of Cups. The princess or the page, it's the same thing. So it's like the first time you decide, I'm going to open up my heart and I'm going to decide to trust the universe and God. However, because that's like the first time that you decide to do that, maybe there's some lingering doubts and there's some, conflict within you, like maybe you remember the past where people deceived you and were treacherous, and maybe you're like, okay, is it really worth it, me being honest and being nice and being good and being trusting others also, and treating people again with an open heart, with kindness, because will they take advantage of me? Will that help me in the long run? So it might be you having this inner conflict, or this inner conflict will be trusted upon you by outside forces. Like maybe there might be a conflict with someone else outside, but this conflict with someone else, I would say, only reflects the conflicts that you have inside yourself, because you don't exactly know if this is the route, this is the way to go. You don't know it yet. The card which represents you or symbolizes you, Capricorn, it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups might represent a man or a woman, because this is a general reading from a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Therefore, that tells me that some of you who are watching this video might have, if you have the Capricorn, if you have the Sun in Capricorn, maybe you have like a Pisces moon or a Scorpio rising, something like that. If you have if you have Capricorn rising, you might have like a Sun in Cancer or something like that. You might have something in water. And this person is in his or her late 30s or after the age of 40. Again, there's a theme of groundedness, because this showed up as the king. It's like within you, maybe the secret part of you, you are very grounded in your emotions. You know how to control your emotions. You know how to be available to others, how to give wise counsel. You are wise. You are a wise person because you've learned. I mean, you're wise in terms of material, in material terms or in financial terms, and within yourself, within your emotions, even within your spirituality, you are wise and you are grounded, and you are someone who does not deny the emotions that you feel. However, you are able to hide them. princess showed up, it's because you decided to be more open about what you truly feel. So that's the thing which is new to you, that you are open about all the depths that you feel. You are a deep person. You're not, you should, it's weird. The princess showed up, the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight, showed up, and then the King of Cups. The only one who's missing here is the Queen of Cups, but the Queen of Pentacles showed up. So it's like you have a hold of your own emotions. You just don't show them. Maybe this is the first time, Capricorn, you decide to show them, to be more open with your emotions in October 2016. If it's not that, if this relates to a kid, to a child in your life, your kid, your son, your daughter, you will be able to be present for him or her in a wise way. You'll be able to give him or her love and to guide her properly. In the position of the others, or how the others see you, you have the Death card. I'm thinking there's someone in your environment, and again, maybe a child who is transforming. This is the Death card, but don't freak out. Okay, this is not dying. This is transformation. Someone around you, maybe I'll say family, but not necessarily, but someone with whom you are in contact every day, and I'm thinking child, is changing, he is ready to go to a new step of his life or her life. I have a Capricorn friend, and her child is entering school. It could be something like that, and she doesn't know exactly, maybe the kid doesn't know exactly how to deal with, this new environment. I don't remember when I went to school. I was 6 years old. I think there's a lot of crying, but I don't remember crying. I think what happened, I think I saw another kid crying, and I just kind of judged the other kids, like, stupid kid, why is he crying? So, but that's normal, kids go to like in my days, like, preschool wasn't all that. I don't think I went to preschool. I think I went directly to school when I was 6 years old. So, but now kids go to preschool, like 3 years old, they go to preschool. So that this is something they already are accustomed to. Okay, this is something normal. It's not this big shock at 6 years of age, like school, and where's mom and dad, and oh my god, So it might be something like that. Now I'm mentioning the possibility of school, and maybe your kid is 6 years old, maybe your kid is 3 years old, and this is the first time that he or she goes to preschool. But it could be something like teenager who changes schools and is kind of freaked out, or someone who, or again a teenager who can is finishing up, 12th high school, and now has to prepare to go to university. Could be even something like that. Some sort of change in your in a child's life. Now, others can be seeing you as someone who's also in a new phase of his life or her life. It could be that as well. In the position of hopes, fears, and dreams, you have another conflict card. You have the Seven of Wands. So, Seven of Wands is like standing up for what you believe is true, defending something which is important to you. So I don't know if this is the advice. If this is the advice, maybe you have certain principles and certain values, and you want to pass them on to your child, for instance, and you want to be assertive. I think this is your wish. You want to be assertive about what you believe. about your values, about your principles. You want your kid, even if your kid is young. I said 6 years old. It could be, you know, a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, something like that. I mean, you don't want to be in conflict with your kid, but at the same time, your wish is to pass your values in a very determined way. This is what I believe, and I hope that you, my child, you'd have the same values, you'd have the same type of principles. I don't know if this is a way of reading it. The Seven of Wands is also another way, like if you're opening up your heart, this has nothing to do with the child, you're opening up your heart because you feel safe, you feel grounded, and you're talking about your feelings. So you're afraid that will make others attack you, and you would hope that you would be able to express yourself, that you will be able to defend what you think is right, that you'll be able to defend your own truths. So it could be that as well. I'm not seeing this as advice. It's more like hopes and fears. In the position of the outcome, you have the Hierophant, another major arcana card, which is connected with school. So if it's a kid, it's really your kid, is in school, is going to school, something like that. And this is like school for real, like more difficult school that will entail, you know, homework and really studying. And maybe your kid is a bit afraid about that, and maybe you're trying to give him good advice, but at the same time you're trying to tell him or her that he or she should do the work. For instance, maybe one of your principles and values is not to cheat. Maybe you're telling him or her that, like maybe I said 6 years old, but 12, 13, 14, it could be something like that. Maybe you're telling him, okay, you cannot go online to do your homework. You cannot take somebody else's work and pass it as your own. You have to do the work yourself. Maybe that's one of your values. You cannot bypass hard work, Capricorn. Maybe that's one of your values. Maybe that's the thing that you're trying to, you know, be visible, or maybe that's the thing that you're trying to pass on to your child. So you maybe if it's school related to a kid, you're dealing with your child. Again, it could be a teenager, you know, you're talking to him or her, you know, and you're giving counsel and advice and love and support and all of that, but at the same time you're trying to instill in him or her your values and your principles. You know, once again, this is not the first time you talk to your child about your values and your principles and what you think it's right and what you think it's wrong. If this has to do with you, Capricorn, and you opening up your heart, maybe using art and a creative project of some kind, any type of artistic way to connect, and I would say with the divine more and with spirituality, you might take a class to help you in that. You might start going to church more often also. If it's not church, it's whatever religion you are connected with, synagogue, mosque, temple, whatever. So if it's a connection with the divine, you might decide to start going to church more, or to whatever religion you go to. I would say that generally this is a positive reading for you, Capricorn, for the month of October 2016. And that's it. That's the reading that I have for you. If you'd like a private consultation, please write to duniaza@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you.